O Mother Nui, stretch high above this valley. Your starry body is our glory. Then see the hawk of yonder Ahurquit, his fiery splendor, oh so mighty. He brings a light for all our weary souls. He makes the broken spirit whole.
Imagine you are like walking past a 500-year-old cathedral on your morning commute. You glance over and you just see a massive stone wall.
Right, just a standard old building.
Yeah, exactly. But an initiated priest standing in that exact same spot, they see hitter crypts, the precise arch of the transept, and, the exact geometry of where the sun hits the altar on the solstice.
The building hasn't actually changed at all. The internal architecture of the observer has.
Right. Welcome to today's deep dive. We are unpacking a pretty intense esoteric text today called On the Angel.
Yeah, and it's a fascinating one. It merges Thelemic mysticism with Kashmiri Shaivism to present a pretty ruthless critique.
Oh, absolutely. Our mission here is to explore its core argument, which is that our modern intention-based spirituality is just structurally broken.
Right. It argues that the divine, or the holy guardian angel, is always present. But if you lack the rigid internal structure to actually perceive it, you're literally just staring at a rock.
Okay, but I have to push back a little right out of the gate here.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, if I sit in meditation, hold a strong intention, and genuinely feel a profound warmth or like a sudden shiver, who is this author to say that isn't a real spiritual connection?
Well, because physiologically, a sudden shift into stillness just shocks your nervous system.
Oh, so it's just a biological reaction.
Exactly. The text actually calls that feeling the noise of restricted perception.
The noise of restricted perception. Wow.
Yeah, so you aren't touching the divine. Your biology is merely recalibrating to the quiet.
That makes sense.
Right, and relying on conscious intention traps you in what they call vikalpa. That's the noisy, differentiating mind that processes language and desire.
So intention is actually a barrier then?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's this brilliant thermodynamic analogy in the text for this. It says intention without structure is a fire and a fever.
A fire and a fever, right.
Yeah, like it's chaotic energy just consuming the vessel.
Yeah.
But true magical will is a fire in a stove.
Which means the energy is formatted and highly directional.
Right, exactly. But if the fever just burns you out, how do we actually build that stove?
Well, you can't rely on language or thoughts for that. You have to locate the absolute zero-point pause between biological rhythms.
Like breathing.
Yes, exactly. In Kashmiri Shaivism, this gap between an inhalation and an exhalation is called sandhi.
Sandy.
And the mechanics here are crucial. I mean, breathing is a localized biological pulse.
You're right. It's just your body doing its thing.
Exactly. But when you arrest that rhythm precisely at the 0 point, your system temporarily syncs with spanda.
Spanda. That's the nonverbal cosmic pulse underlying reality, right?
You got it. You're bridging the microcosm to the macrocosm by finding that exact gap in the gears.
But locking into that gap isn't just a mental trick. It requires the magical oath, or sacramentum.
Yes, the oath is essential.
The text compares it to pressing a finger into wet clay to leave a permanent groove, a samskara.
It's a great visual.
It really is. Actually, reading that made me think of computing. Like, a casual, intention-based practice is like saving a file to your computer's RAM.
Oh, right, because it's volatile.
Yeah, the second you lose focus or turn the machine off, it's just wiped. But an oath is formatting the hard drive at the BIOS level.
That is a perfect way to put it. It fundamentally rewrites the operating system so it cannot bounce back.
Right. If a practice is easily reversible, it just isn't magic.
And here's the uncompromising part. That hard drive format cannot be initiated by the computer itself.
Wait, really? You can't do it alone?
No, you cannot achieve this transformation alone in your room. You require what the text calls a transmissive bridge.
Meaning a master.
Exactly, a master. A localized ego cannot shatter its own boundaries because its very nature is self-preservation.
So it's kind of the ultimate blow to the whole DIY spirituality movement.
Completely. You see, you are wrapped in kuntukas. Those are metaphysical veils that compress infinite potential into your daily, restricted sense of I.
And the master breaks those veils.
Right. They don't just give you reading assignments. They operate at a higher frequency and introduce severe energetic perturbation into your system.
Okay, so it's like a soprano hitting the exact resonant frequency to shatter a glass.
That's exactly it. The master provides the external shockwave necessary to shatter those kankukas.
Forcing your system out of its self-reinforcing feedback loop.
Yes, because you literally cannot vibrate at the pitch required to break your own glass.
Wow. So for you listening, the takeaway here is that profound transformation demands structural discipline.
And rhythmic precision.
Right, rhythmic precision and irreversible commitment. It is decidedly not about emotional self-soothing.
No, not at all. It requires the fire in the stove to finally see the cathedral for what it truly is.
Which leaves you with something to experiment with today.
Absolutely.
If your everyday discursive thoughts and language are actually the veils restricting your reality, well, what hidden layer of existence might open up in the absolute silent pause between your next two breaths?